2, 1. Okay, here we go. Sid Davis Productions presents Whoa! Wild at the Wheel! Yeah! Produced with the cooperation of the Glendora Police Department. There it is. There's the fake blood I warned you about. They didn't even really do a good job.
19 years old.
Dead.
His friends called him Speedy. He'd earned the nickname.
Tom Robinson.
That's what caused the accident.
This guy's just there to tow things out.
But what were the reasons for Tom's persistent speeding? What motivated him?
I don't know.
What events led up to this tragic ending?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm just here to tow in the
I'm a
car.
traffic investigator, and it's my job to uncover the answers to these questions.
And look good while doing it.
Besides, I knew him personally, and I liked him. I called on his father first.
Hello,
Mr. Robinson
Mr. Speedy.
was very cooperative and gave me
Well,
a frank
hello,
account of his son's
Mr.
driving.
Robinson. Jesus loves you.
Before Tom got his own car, Mr. Robinson told me, father and son had frequent arguments about who was going to use the family car.
You're not going to use it. But Dad, I want to use it. But Dad,
I
wah!
gathered that Mr. Robinson himself was a pretty skillful driver, but aggressive and impatient behind the wheel.
And apparently doesn't wear a seatbelt or watch where he's driving.
Probably he kept his good driving record only through luck and the courtesy of other more sensible drivers.
What are you going to do,
I
Dad?
wondered how many of
You're
Tom's
behind an
earliest
RV.
attitudes toward driving and taking chances might have come from watching his own
Whoa,
car.
Dad, slow the hell down!
Then, with Mr. Robinson's help, Tom had been able to get a car of his own. He acted as if his whole life had led up to this moment.
Thanks,
I
Dad!
remember I felt
Ooh, a
pretty much
Mustang.
the same
My
way
first
about
car
my
was a
first car.
68 Mustang.
In spite of his
Thanks,
own
Dad.
reckless
You're the
driving,
best.
Mr. Robinson made it a point to urge his
He'll
son
be
to
fine.
drive
Oh,
carefully
God.
to observe all the traffic rules.
So the first thing he did was take it off-roading!
First thing, Tom took the shortcut over the hills to his girlfriend's house to show her the new car.
Because you can just
He
do
and
that.
his
You can
father
just
had
drive
already
over the
worked out a
hills.
plan for Tom to repay the loan. Mr. Robinson told me, proudly, that his son had faithfully kept their agreement right up to the time of the accident. Tom appeared in traffic court once on a speeding ticket. He admitted he'd been speeding and was perfectly willing to pay the fine.
Are you willing to pay
But
the
his father
fine?
was outraged
Yeah.
that the police wasted their time hauling in good, clean-cut kids for driving a little fast, while the city was overrun with real criminals.
Your
I'd
son
heard
is a
that
real
idea
criminal.
many times. How much did it contribute to Tom's own attitude towards speeding?
Listen, here's what I want you to do. Say you're crazy.
Tom's younger brother, Kenny, still very proud of him, said to me, Tom was the best driver in the world. He could have been a race driver.
Gee, Speedy, can I go with you? No, you can't go with me. I don't want... No, I said don't come with me. Don't you get in this car. Don't you get in this car, nerd. I'm gonna...
It was pretty clear that this obvious hero worship from his younger brother must have been important to Tom. Certainly, it helped to boost his own conviction that he was a
Watch
skillful
where you're
driver.
going, sleazebag. Did you see that guy? You almost hit that guy. You're the coolest brother ever.
Kenny would be old enough to apply for his driver's license in a few weeks. When he told me about the
What happened to his
lessons Tom
hair?
gave him,
Did he get a
He
haircut?
made them sound like some of their happiest times together.
Okay, so I just put my hand on the windshield like this and...
I spoke with several of Tom's teachers. I learned that he was popular with his fellow students, although he wasn't particularly
Yeah, I'm
active
pretty
in school
popular,
affairs.
Mrs. Johnson.
The teachers agreed that he was conscientious and
F.
responsible. He was a good student, though not brilliant, and he usually showed good common sense. I made it a point to talk with some of Tom's friends. In his desire
Hi,
to
we're
be
Tom's
accepted,
friends.
Tom always seemed
Hi,
to be
I'm
trying to
Tom.
impress them with his driving. He sure could handle a car, they told me. But
And
there
a
was no doubt
girl.
they thought he was a pretty wild driver.
There he goes.
Once Tom found that he'd earned his friends' admiration, he was anxious to keep up his reputation for fast driving. His girlfriend Carol told me that she liked riding with him. But I
Yeah,
never
for different
realized
reasons.
what could happen, she told me. We always had such a great time.
He's looking at me, Tom. We should race him! Go, Tom, go! I'm late for my Flash Gordon audition. Totally gonna be Flash Gordon. Well, I'll let him crash. Oof. All right, easy,
Carol
Tom.
told me that one of Tom's best friends had been badly hurt in an automobile accident and might be permanently crippled.
Yeah, I got you a model of the
Tom's
car that
attitude
hit
seems to
you.
have been the usual
Thanks,
one.
Tom.
It can't happen to me.
It's not gonna happen to
His
me
reckless
ever.
speeding continued. His confidence in his own skill at the wheel increased, and he grew more and more impatient with anyone who got in his way. He took more chances than ever.
He's got a little clip-on koala from his trip to Australia. Blew past a stop sign there, buddy. It's the po-po!
I learned that Tom used to
Wait.
brag about his technique for
Do
beating
motorcycles
the
have
traffic when
horns?
stopped him for a traffic violation. His trick
Could
was
you
always
turn down
to
the
be
radio,
very
please?
pleasant and polite. To say he was sorry for
Oh,
what
hi,
he'd done,
Poindexter.
and to
What
agree
is-
with
he's wearing a
everything
bow
the officer
tie.
said. On minor
Excuse me,
violations, his
could I
speed
see a
was
driver's
worse. He'd
license,
actually been
please?
stopped several times and let go with a warning.
Sucker! This might be the best soundtrack
My own
ever.
association with Tom came about through the Athletic League baseball team, where I was coach. Tom's doctor had reported to me that he was in good physical shape and that his eyesight and reflexes were excellent.
Because we get all the
Only a
reports
few
from all
days
the
before
doctors.
his accident, he tried out for first base. He was always likable and conscientious.
He had never
but his
gotten to
playing
first.
was
That guy has a
erratic and just couldn't
beard!
handle the position.
How is he in
I've
high
often wondered
school?
if this failure might have upset him so much that he unconsciously tried to compensate for it in other ways. Perhaps
know what
it
I
was
mean.
one more factor in his compulsion to speed.
You're never gonna be able to wear shorts like me, Tom.
Tom had a part-time job after school in a local drugstore.
Condoms right over
His
there.
employer told me that he was a dependable
you.
worker, friendly and polite.
Da, 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 da.
The pharmacist also told me
Sunny
that the day
days
before the
sweeping the
accident,
clouds
Tom had asked for a raise.
away.
He had had
On
to turn it
my
down.
Sorry, we can't give you
Tom
a
seemed
raise.
unusually
Why?
disappointed
Because
in
you've been
Tom.
taking all the
He
Valium,
needed
dum
the extra
dum.
money for his
I
car
understand.
insurance.
Can I have some morphine before? Okay.
Then, the following day, Tom drove Carol home after school and headed over the hills again on his way to work.
Who goes over the hills to... Okay. Time to put on some REO Speedwagon and really get this party... Oh, God! Wait, that's a different car! That's not a Mustang! And there's no trunk! How? His car changed as he went over the cliff!
So there wasn't just one reason for Tom's speeding, but lots of
two.
them. And they had brought us both here.
He's dead. Oh, Tom. Well, I guess you're not speedy anymore. And the ambulance broke the speed limits as one final tribute on the way
His
to the
early
morgue.
difficulties with his father over the use of the family car might have caused him to think of it as a symbol of adult superiority. And his father's attitude and driving habits might have given him the dangerous idea that it's all right for a skillful driver to take chances. The admiration his speeding earned him from his younger brother and his apparent popularity with his friends must have been unusually important to him.
And his shirt. It's
Subconsciously,
nice.
he may have looked upon
Where are these?
speeding
These
as
are
a way
all
of
weird
making up for the
photos.
small failures and disappointments that we all have to face. I thought further about Kenny. As drivers, both his father and his older brother had set poor examples for him, but his own history and personality were different from his brother's. How good a driver would he turn out to be?
Dead, like his
I
brother.
felt that Tom's speeding was an emotional outlet. He was probably compensating for feelings of insecurity and inferiority. Speeding
And
was a kind
other
of
things.
thrill-seeking for him, a childish defiance of authority, and a misdirected
Hey, this isn't a
attempt to show
Mustang. What happened to his
superiority.
car?
These were surely
Oh,
some of the
that's-
reasons
okay.
for Tom's compulsion
Never
to
mind.
speed. There may have been others. If there were, he took them with him.
To his grave. The ambulance crashed and turned into a hearse. Written and directed and photographed by Bob Ellis and Dick Sawyer. The end.